Welcome back to SportsCenter. Sarah Walsh here in Denham Springs, Louisiana. Population of just more than 10,000, part of Livingston Parish and located just about 13 miles from Baton Rouge. And this is the scene on almost any street here. And nearly a month after devastating flooding, the effects are still being felt. Thousands of homes damaged, many unlivable for months to come. And also out of commission for the foreseeable future, Denham Springs High School. The rebuilding has started, but you look down the hallways and it's going to be a while, perhaps not until January, when this school is open to students once again. Now, the Denham Springs students have not been in school since these floods hit in mid-August. They're going to go back to school on Monday, and they're going to attend a rival high school, Live Oak. They're going to be on a split schedule going to school in the afternoon. So they can't use this locker room that I'm standing in that once belonged to the football team. They can't use their school, but they can use their home turf. And tonight, the football team will be back in action, kicking off their first game of the season, a season that nearly a month ago seemed to be in jeopardy. Now, our Kaylee Hartung grew up just about 20 minutes away from here in Baton Rouge. She was here just days after the floods hit and joins us now. Kaylee, what can you tell us about the recovery efforts here in this community?
Well, Sarah, it's just the beginning of a very long road to recovery ahead. Now, as I've spent time in this area over the past month, I've witnessed some of the most challenging moments in people's lives as they piled up a lifetime of memories at the end of their driveway, as they knocked down the walls of the homes that they made so many of those memories in. Now, this street that I stand on, actually one of the first where trash collection has begun in Livingston Parish, and yet the piles of debris seem to keep growing larger. Now, every home that I've walked into, Sarah, people have welcomed us. They have allowed us to share in their emotions and share their stories.
We're going to begin with that devastating and deadly flooding in Louisiana. Thousands of people in shelters this morning, their homes destroyed as rivers are on the rise.
You can't describe this to somebody, and I think even seeing it on TV doesn't do it justice. The radius of this flood is just, this is everywhere. Everywhere you drive around in Baton Rouge, it's like this. These were childhood friends, teammates from Central High School, the Snowbargers. They've lived there forever. As you can see, you know, you asked about what do you throw away, what do you keep? You can't describe it.
Nearly 20 years ago, Todd McClure helped LSU to one of the most historic wins in program history as the team's All-American center. Baton Rouge has always been home, and the devastation he sees now is personal.
Just to look down that street and see the trash is just unreal. It's my wife's parents' house. As my in-laws were getting flooded here, they had to be evacuated, be picked up by boat. It's hard to imagine now, but all this around us was underwater. They've worked all their life for things, and to see it all taken out to the curb, it really hurts. This was the kitchen table right under this light here, and this was kind of the gathering point when everybody came over for cooking or whatever. I know it's hard to imagine, but many meals have been eaten here with a lot of good times, and now it'll all be different. You know, it'll all be new countertops, new cabinets and all, but we can still make new memories.
I had wood in the living room.
Yes, sir.
And I had it in the dining room.
In the dining room, okay.
McClure and his former quarterback, Herb Tyler, are now both in the construction industry and helping residents rebuild.
Watch how the community comes together. Watch how they rebuild and come back even stronger. Watch and let's see exactly what we're going to be once we're through the dark ages, through this dark time, and we hit the light of that tunnel and then come out on the other side.
There's no boundaries anymore. It's people helping people. And I think this city needed it more than anything right now at this time. And you see neighbors helping neighbors. We needed something like this to come together.
A month before floodwaters rushed through Baton Rouge, racial tensions divided the city. Following Alton Sterling's shooting and the killing of 3 police officers.
You just didn't know, just point blank, how one race was going to treat another race, and it's sad. And I think at any point you felt like it was going to take a turn to be even worse.
It's a matter of how do we get better? How do we come together as one and stop seeing different color in each other and see the light of the day inside of each other? There's no difference in any of us except for mindset.
The best in Louisiana comes out. These floods were devastating. Those people who have strength and find a way to accommodate a friend and find a way to visit a shelter and make somebody smile, I think that is Louisiana.
Les Miles and his football team did just that as they visited one of the largest shelters in the Baton Rouge area the week of the flood.
It's a blessing that we get the opportunity to help others, but not just giving stuff, but just physically, you know, them seeing us, shaking our hands, hugs. I mean, anything right now at this moment counts.
I think you'll see our best games this year just basically because of what has happened. I mean, I think that's just added motivation for you to go out there and play for those people.
See, I got a smile on my face, huh? It means a lot, you know? Yes, indeed. That's my dude, definitely.
We all need this weekend right now here for LSU to play so we can kind of get away from it all and just get consumed with LSU football again.
You know, for 3 hours to take a break from everything that's going on, it's huge in a time like this. People in South Louisiana live to watch LSU football, and they can escape reality for a little bit.
A week 1 trip to Lambeau didn't play out the way Tiger fans would have liked, but as fullback J.D. Moore told me, we are ready to be back home. This team looking forward to being a bright spot in the lives of so many in the midst of tragedy. Sarah.
LSU home tomorrow. Denham Springs High School home tonight. And you talk about bringing this community together. A pep rally held last night. It was the first time there was a large community gathering since the flood. The damage is visible, but the hope here is tangible. Much more from Denham Springs ahead. Kevin, back to you in Bristol.
Sarah, thank you so much. The power